Yo. What is up, podcast? Here we are back again, another episode of the smoking section. Welcome to the show. First and foremost, there's a lot going on in the world. A lot. And as I'm recording this, it's the 1st of June 2020. And this era of time will go down in the history books. Listen, I don't want to do the whole ad spew and all this stuff, but I do want to welcome two gentlemen who I really look up to, both in their own regard. They are both kings in their own manner, and they're people that I feel like who affect the community, which is being targeted right now. They affect those communities in a very powerful manner. So without any further hesitation, let me please welcome to the show Slicc and Projecc of the Demolition Crew. Yo, Preston, what's going on, bro?
Hold on. Hold on. 1 second.
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
Hey. What's up? Hold on. How do I send this to Slicc?
If you go in the message, you can copy the link and then just shoot it to him in a text message, bro, and he'll be able to hop in.
Okay, let me do it right. Okay, I'll shoot it right now. Hold on. Got it. Oh, that's all right. No, it's good. Other way. You get it? Yeah, I got it set. All right, hold on. Slick setting it up. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, brother.
Okay, hold on. He's doing it right now. It's not going to make like a weird connection because we're close. It's going to be like a let's see. What's up? Hello?
Yo.
Yeah, we'll just do it on one phone because he's right next to me.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, well,
Okay.
Hey, dude, first off, man, I just want to say thank you for hopping on here, man. It really does mean a lot to me, bro.
Yeah, mandatory, bro. You already know the deal. I'll mess with you. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Slicc, you too, man. I know we've never really had many chances to, chop it up out there, at the sessions and shit. But, dude, I really respect your craft. I really fuck with what you be doing, man. So, really big shout outs to you, too, man.
Most deaf, man. You know, anything to support.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Well, really to you guys, for everybody who's listening, just kind of let them know who you guys are and what y'all be doing. You know what I mean? So give you guys yourselves, your own little small introduction.
Oh, man, pretty much, man, you know, your boy Slicc. Pretty much, you know, I'm a father. I work like every in the world. You know, I've been dancing for a minute. I ain't gonna lie to you, I can't even get the years on. But I would probably say a little bit, 12 years, if I'm not mistaken. But, you know, I just pretty much the whole time and just really trying to perfect what I like in the style and in the craft of krump for myself, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Preston, Project, father. You know what I mean, first and foremost, gifts our kids to us. Corpse is a witness to that. He also has his young one. You know what I mean, shout
Yes,
out to
sir.
your young one. Shout out to your young one. Shout out to you being a real father, and you know what I mean, you working. And first and foremost, before I go into you, it's love to you, bro. Your vision and what you have is great. I've always respected your mind and what you had to say about topics, because it's always comes from a genuine place, you know what I mean? Like, and it's not a lot of generosity out here with people, like, you know what I mean? So the ones you do kind of appear and you comprehend what they're saying, like, I just want to say I appreciate you just for, yeah, you know what I mean, inviting me on and Slick, you know what I mean, tagging along and speaking. Just thank you for this platform, bro. Like, I believe in this, and I don't know you real personal, but I have the idea, and you've already shown the beauty and your abilities and what you do just in dancing, and you as a human being, and like, so respect to you.
Yep.
Thank you, bro. I really do appreciate that to the max, man, because, like, especially coming into krump, I just wanted to play my part. That's really about it. And yeah, damn, bro, thank you. It means a lot coming from the project.
But yeah, I'm Projecc. Projecc to be exact. I'm from a crew called Demolition Crew, DCX, the culture. I'm an engineering tech. I'm a father, like I said before. I'm a dancer. I'm a music producer now, learning. Also, an activist. I believe in elevation of every culture, you know what I'm saying? But there are leaders in, you know what I mean, specific cultures, and I'm a leader in the Black culture. So that's what I will speak more to, even though I appreciate every culture's life. I appreciate corpses, you know what I mean, history, and, you know what I mean, what his people has dealt with as well. Yeah, man, you know what I mean? All that. Pretty much, that's it. Much more, but I'll just leave it with that.
Well, and I'm glad that you brought up, your activism, because that is definitely something that I see a lot from you, bro. Like, one thing that I really have, especially you in particular, see, and it's cool too, Slick, because, Slick, I every time I see, I'm like, yo, Slick's actually talking for once on Facebook. Like, oh shit, like,
that's a fact. Hey, yo, that's a fact.
Big fact, man. I don't really say
like,
nothing, man.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, so I remember the first time I think I seen you battle was Wheeze. I think you battled Wheeze out of KBL.
Yeah, for sure.
And I was like, yo, like, I've heard of Slick. I was like, I heard of Slick. I've seen him around, but I've never seen him dance. Because, I mean, I don't go to DCs as much as I used to, like, back in the day.
Yeah. Right.
But I was like, okay. So when I seen you battle, I was like, yo, this motherfucker is lit. Like, yo, so and Projecc, most famously, I remember when you were from Hoolies, and Hoolies was definitely one of the wild, like, they the wild boys. If you ask me, they're the wild boys of the krump.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy seeing you go from Hoolies, and then now, you're with DC, and I've just noticed a lot of, growth
and transformation.
And yeah, bro. And my thing is I really look forward to whenever I'm on Facebook. I'm like, yo, I know I'm gonna see something from Projecc on here, and this shit's about to be motherfucking profound. Like, yo, like, so what triggered that with you? What got you to
bro,
make that move?
With everything happening in the world, you always try to maximize the people around you's value. You know what I mean? And that's what it was with being from HS and being from a lot of groups before leading up to DC, is you see so much potential in these people. If they, like, it would just click in their head, like, you see it for them, like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, if you would just, like, you know what I mean, home in on this thought pattern that you have, like, because you've seen it, you see it in spurts. It's just those people aren't consistent in their thought patterns in that genius moment. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, a lot of the times it was that with HS, they're so genuine and genius in the outlook that they have because they're so original. They're the last original group. They're fresh. They're old. They have a camaraderie. You know what I mean? They have a brotherhood. They have a cult-like loyalty. Like, you know what I mean? Where the same people from HS from the beginning till now. Like, that's the loyalty that I think every person who's in a partnership or group period should kind of master. Like, you know what I mean? As long as it's planned out and coordinated right, like that type of loyalty should stand, especially in that community, because it's not like that a lot of times. And a lot of other communities too, it's always there's always a in-depth individual mission behind what every, like, a lot of the times, instead of it just being genuine and letting it flow and everybody just kind of fitting in the slot they're supposed to fit in. Like, if you're good at making music, be good at making music. You know what I mean? And everybody support that. When it comes to dancing, if you're the man in that field, push that. You know what I mean? Like, just any type of art, like, it's always feels like at times, if I feel like a lot of people, because you're praising somebody else for what they're doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you getting into podcasting now, like, you eventually have to deal with that. It's like, oh, I can't give him too much love because, like, you know what I mean, he might be next in line and, you know what I mean, take my slot, and it shouldn't be like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody has their position and everybody should be elevated how they're supposed to be elevated, and their timing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, show your respects and give love in your time and moment that you're supposed to give love. But when it's crunch time and it's my time, like, nigga, I don't care who you are or, you know what I mean, what timing you came in before. If it's my time now, like, I'm a shark. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going full speed and I'm attack every goal and dream. And that's just kind of what it was with that and Krump. And my time was up with HS. It was just like, okay, I'm done trying to be the leader without mentorship. Like, I was under Miho and I had a conversation looking for a big homie. Like, this is why I'm dropping. This is why I don't want to be under your leadership, because I need a mentor. Like, you know what I mean? Foe was the mentor. Like, he just understood. Like, I'm wild. I say anything. It's a lot of stuff for us. Like, you're crazy for even saying that. Like, you know what I mean? But he gives me the ability to be me. Like, you know what I mean? And be the leader I'm supposed to be. Like, just a mentor over. And it's like, and he lets his examples in his lifestyle. He doesn't have to tell me anything. I look at him and be like, okay, like, let me kind of maneuver a little like that, my own being. Like, you know what I mean? But still respecting that he is who he is in this world, and he's lived longer than me. So by default, like, he has more knowledge of how to live life than I do. So I have to submit myself to his lifespan. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm 31. He's 49 years over me. Like, by default, and I have to submit to that because he's been on this earth a lot longer than I have, and he survived on this earth. Like, it's a blessing to get to 40. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm at 31 and people are not making it. Right. Let's be real.
Yeah.
People are not making it that far. Like, I'm blessed I made 31, but he's at 40. So, you know what I mean? So it's like, okay, how do I get to 40 years old and still taking care of my kids and working and doing what I'm supposed to do? And that's like kind of like where I'm at right now.
That's good, man. And it's really hard, especially as men. I feel like there's this weird stigma of submission to another man, you know, when we know that they're wiser, we know that they have the experience over us. It's like, look, it's like there's this weird stigma around it of submitting yourself to the leadership of another man. But it's like, nah, it's not, you know, it's not pussy. Yeah. It's not, you know, it's, because, you know, it's being real with yourself.
To be better than that. Like, you know what I mean? It's never a time, there's never, submission is never taught. Like, even if you go back to, like, biblical days and, like, you know what I mean? Even in any religion or anything, there was always, like, a position in time where the chosen one had to submit to somebody. Like, even in his evil times and, like, and whatever was going on, like, you have to wait till it's your time. Like, you can't, going too early only puts a defect and a pause on your growth. Like, you know what I mean? And that's what I have to learn. Like, and I chime that to having a father around, and that's a lot of things that go around. Like, you're used to submitting a man. Like, you know what I mean? You're used to being your whole life. Like, you know what I mean? For your moms, for your girl, for your, you know what I mean, your family. Like, you used to just being that. So submission has never been like taught to you, or never been an example in your life. So it's tough for a lot of people to grasp that concept, because it's an end all be all. Like, I'm the man and that's it type of world we live in. Like, you know what I mean? If you submit to another man, you will be, or, you know what I mean? That's not how growth is supposed to come about.
And so, Slick, for you too, like, what? Because it's so crazy that, you know, for me and Krump, I've really started to see everybody has a certain role that we all play.
Right.
You know what I mean? And how do you see your role in the whole game of things? Because, like you were saying earlier, you've been in the game for a while, and like I even admitted, like, damn, like, I didn't really know much about you until this battle with Weeze, and that was like what, a year, 2 years ago, maybe. So, what do you feel like your position is in the whole grand scheme of Krump?
Shoot, to actually be honest, bro, like it took me a minute to like catch on, because, you know, of course, you know, we all started when we was younger and whatnot, but it took me a minute to understand, because I always treated this dance like a complete hobby. So it was like I never put the actual effort in it until, like, of course, when I got older or whatnot, I start actually paying attention to, like, well, we do have young that's doing. You actually just have to be there to like watch over them or whatnot, and make sure like they're like not steering off in the wrong path or whatnot. So for me, like, I feel like my role was to actually like just for like even like the rookies or whatnot, but more so for the kids, just to have a good path for them, some they can actually learn and enjoy or whatnot. So I don't really say much in the Krump world, because I'm not really the one with all the drama. I only say something when I actually feel like now you're attacking me or whatever. But I like to work in the background. So it's like, usually for me, it's just, I'm usually there for the kids and like to help the kids grow or whatnot, just to give them something they can look for or whatnot, you know? So I feel like my role, like personally, is just more say just to enjoy kids and to help them understand that there's more things in life that you can actually reach, you know. And you know, the part is too for me, like even with Crump, like even though I haven't, like, I feel like I haven't did so much in Crump, it actually helped me build a certain confidence I didn't have when I was younger, you know. So for me, it was just like, well, I could actually teach the youngins, like, yo, you can have this confidence. You could, you know, you could do anything you actually want to do. Your body is capable for, you know, to do a lot of things that you never thought you could do. Because I never thought I could dance like that, you know. Real. So I just always been just on the positive rope. So to me, it was just more for the kids and like just for the future or whatnot. Just for them to actually understand, like, I have this confidence. This is nothing. Like, facts.
Yeah, and I resonate with that too, because it's like a lot of my buddies here in Oxnard are like, oh, you know, are you going to try to do this in Krump? Are you going to try to do that in Krump? I'm like, listen, bro, it's like I'm real far gone from ever reaching stardom in Krump. Like, I started way too late, and you know, you guys are going to be better dancers than me. So my job, I felt like, is to be in the background, kind of bring Krump, start trying to bring it out this way to the 805, and prop these guys up. Kind of like how you guys, I mean, I mean, I know Ruck Boy has
Oh
been
yeah,
doing it for a long time, but you guys fucking propelled him out like a
exactly.
rocket. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this kid is way far gone for his age, and I want to be able to do that same thing for the kids here. Now, I mean, I know he is a needle in the haystack type talent, but if they can just get anywhere near that, I would be so happy for these kids.
But you mean,
you know what I mean?
It's always been needles in the haystack because that was the start of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there was always only going to be in rap one Eminem, and then like how many? Then once they found out and were inspired by it, you mean? Then you get Cole who studied Eminem, then you get Kendrick who studied Eminem, and even Drake. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it always starts from that one individual. And even right now, what you're doing, like, it starts from one individual, bro. And it's not about big me's and little u's. It's not about me being a better dancer than you. Like, I'm on your podcast, not on my podcast. I'm on your podcast, bro. Like, you're an innovator within even that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, taking the necessary steps to follow your dreams. Impactful than throwing swing, bro. If you're operating in your purpose, you're operating in your calling, and you're very aggressive about it, and you're very you have common knowledge of what you want to do. You have your topics. You're ready. You sound mad energized. You just got off work, by the way. Take that in consideration. You just got off work. Before going to work, you were with your son. Like, you know what I mean? You did all these things, and you to do a podcast, like, and you have energy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you know how to transfer energies from your son to your job to now what you're doing. And that's way more important than saying, yo, I'll never be sure that you guys are. Nah, but you're the man that you're supposed to be. And that's the most important thing. Slick's the man he's supposed to be. I'm the man I'm supposed to be. And the men we want to be while being who we're supposed to be.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's profound as fuck, man. Jeez, that's why I really wanted to get you, especially you, Projecc. I wanted to get you on, and I'm glad that Slicc. Like, dude, I am so humbled and thankful to have you guys on here, bro, because this is something where, I just feel like, especially because I come from the hip hop choreo scene. You know what I mean? And these heads have this stigma around krumpers that, just like, I mean, don't get me wrong, krumpers are street as fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, straight street. But just because, we come from these neighborhoods, I come from the south side of my neighborhood where it's rough. Like, it's not nice, but just because I come from this area doesn't mean that I'm not smart. Like, like the roads that grow from concrete, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so for you guys, and Slicc, you too, man, like, I once I first noticed who you are and started seeing you around, I noticed your demeanor and how you carry yourself, and I'm like, yo, that's somebody people should emulate. You know what I mean? Like, that is a person. And especially, we all know how the Krumpers page gets. That should be out of hand sometimes. And, for Slicc to be so silent, and we got Projecc over here who drops, very thoughtful and stirring topics and statements. Like, it's so I'm very thankful to have you guys on here.
It's always love, bro. It's love, man. And that's the thing, like, and that part of it, just being. Just like as much as you're appreciative of, us, like, we're appreciative of you, bro. Like, I'll state that. I told you before, I'm only doing this because I believe in you. Like, because, people like, it's not your own podcast. That's just not, like, where I'm at with it. Like, so when you brought it, and there's other people that have asked me, and it's like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
do I really
don't know, like, you know what I mean? But, like, you have an aura, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, and you tapping in it, and you don't even understand, like, like, greatness, like, you know what I mean? And I feel like I'm an ego just kind of looking down at you sometimes, like, and that's why it's like, you see, you know what I mean? You just see corpse. I'm an eagle, and I kind of see what's around, like, you know what I mean? Like the potential of what you could do with it, because I understand you come and what you do, and a lot of why you're the person you are is because you've learned to gain strength from the things you've struggled with personally. Like, I know, you know what I mean, loss, dealing with loss, dealing with cultural sufferings, like, you know what I mean? Like you speak from a different stance. Like, you know what I mean? So it's always an emotional genuineness behind whatever you do when you walk around with that on your back, because it holds you accountable. Like, you can't just do anything like with that on your back. You know what I mean? With that on your conscience, and on top of that, you have integrity following you as well. So it's like that combination of things will always steer you into a direction of what you're supposed to be doing versus what you want to do.
Big, man. And support, bro.
And support. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's big. That play a big part though. Like, what a lot of people don't understand too is, like, you could talk down on people and all that, but what really matters is, like, what brings us really together is the fact that we can actually support each other, lift each other up. But just there's people in the krump stage that be like bugging, because that's what they do. But they gotta understand, like, once you actually start really supporting each other and, like, not worrying about, like, the drama or the stuff that's holding people back, man, the damn culture can already just skyrocket. Like, but we just got too many hot heads, and we got too many, like, niggas that. Oh, I'm so sorry. We got too many people.
That's good.
We got too many people that just don't understand, like,
real leadership.
Yeah, the leadership and whatnot, and just the fact what support really could do. You know, like, this is big. Like, I support this, bro. Like, this is big. Like, I didn't even know, like, you know, the podcast is, like, cracking like this. So the fact that you got this going for yourself, and then even the fact that you're using this to support the movement is big. Like, think about this. You're the first person to do this that I know. That I know. So this is
my
big,
first
bro.
being on a podcast. Like, this nigga Fub was mad and corpse. Mad. This nigga called me at 10:30. You still on, right? Like, I was like, oh, I gotta help corpse and see, because it might be at night. I'm not sure. He like, let me. So you got that, you know what I'm saying? Whenever you feel me, if Fud, he ready for that. He ready to give you a personal one. He amped, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, I can show you the text message.
But nah, though, bro, like, support. Like, we just like it better with course. But
we all learning.
Of course, yeah, we all learning. We all learning. This is big.
What made you start a podcast?
Oh man, I mean, just, you know, after a while, I just couldn't listen to music, like rap music and the money, you know, hose this, bricks that. Was just repulsive, and it was like, yo, I feel like I'm getting sucked down into this fucking drain. And so I turned on some podcasts, you know, some stuff to just, you know, like, and I'm becoming more conscious with what, you know, with what I eat, what and what my eyes eat, and what my ears eat.
Perspective.
So it's like, you know, people wonder why, you know, we'll get into this right now, is some people wonder why some aren't so mad about what happened to George Floyd. And it's like, well, because we see fucking killing every day on Facebook. I see it. I can literally go on YouTube and put bear eating a deer alive,
and past that,
and there it is, right there.
Grew up around. Man, like, this is like lifestyle, like,
and that's what we grew up around.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, at playing basketball in my yard, and the homie essay hanging out the window, going down the street trying to shoot the homies down the street from 18th Street, And I'm just looking like, yo, this is mad crazy. And my dad coming outside like, get your stupid ass in the house. Like, what are you? Get in the house. My dad, you know what I mean, being who he is, it's like, for me, I'm just like, oh, I never see y'all play. You know, you play 007 Goldeneye. Now I'm seeing it in person, like, oh, this is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just so, like, a lot of that is normalized, and it shouldn't be. Like, death is so normalized in like culture. Like, the stance and the message, I'm totally with the killing. You shouldn't be so normalized with. I'm not surprised the cop killed him. Like, because that's been normalized in culture. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it shouldn't be. I shouldn't be used to it. It should be more traumatizing in the moment, but it's not something we're used to.
And people wonder why, and so to start the podcast, I was like, first I just started listening to things that brought me life. Educational podcasts, spiritual podcasts, things that motivated me. You know what I mean? And it was like, and I was definitely going through a rough point in life. And it was like,
wait, what's your favorite podcast?
Yeah, and so so my favorite podcast, so the two I listen to every single day is one is called Wisdom of the Sages podcast. And then there's the Joe Rogan Experience.
That's Shark.
He's mad wild, bro.
It's not even. Not the
Yeah, he's like always in the top 5 or like top 3 of rated podcasts in the USA.
He just got his new little contract for Spotify.
He just got a contract for Spotify. Yeah, so he's and you know what? And what was super crazy was, once I found out, there's apps you can use to make podcasts, so you can do it over your phone. Oh, well, let me try it out. So I tried it out and just kind of started playing around with it, and then I sent a couple episodes to a couple buddies, and they're like, "Yo, this is pretty dope, man. You should keep doing it." I was like, "Oh, all right." So just kept doing it, and then now I'm sitting here with you guys.
What are your ways to promoting it, and how are you going about expanding it more so that, you know what I mean, it's kind of like reaching other people? Because, a lot of people, I think, hear the perspectives that are on here, and also, like, you know what I mean, how can we support that and push that?
That's real. Yeah.
Dude, I mean, Facebook. I use Facebook, Twitter. The app I use to do the recordings, it will get you verified and distributed onto Apple Podcasts, onto Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Breaker. I'm on 8 different channels. So, that the app is called Anchor. So if you guys want to start your own podcast, you can use Anchor and it does all that shit for you. Yeah, hey man, and I mean I did an interview with Beast, and then he's like, "What app do you record this on?" I was like, "It's on Anchor, bro." I was like, "Here," I gave him the info, and then they started the Beast Camp. You know what I mean? So
already giving game,
right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because for me, I feel like it's like there's so much abundance in the world. You know what I mean? So it's like, why can't I put somebody on, especially people that I claim to love? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I say I love you, bro.
Right.
Hold on, let me put you on game real quick. So boom, put them on game, and and they like to talk about Krump on there, and I come on here and I talk about whatever I want. So it's just like, all right, cool.
Topics, but you didn't live the life. You lived a very, unique life.
Yeah, man. And so one thing I did, and I know this is going to be a hot topic and shit, but one thing I definitely wanted to talk to you guys about was, all these events that have been happening. I feel like, there was that young kid Aubrey who was jogging, who got killed by police. there was like 2 more other killings, and then this one most notorious, the George Floyd. You know, God bless the dead, man, and it's fucking it's heartbreaking. And my thing is besides, because I think the obvious thing is we need police reform. What do you guys think are some actionable items that we can address to kind of set a course of correction, you know, moving forward? Because it's like, okay, police reform is one layer, but what are some other things that the people, not just the black community, but all the minority communities together, what can we all do to start moving in a better direction?
You know what I mean? We don't hold people accountable enough for what's happening, like mistakes that are made as a people, not as a culture, not as black, not as white, not as Hispanic, not as Asian. As a people, we don't hold people accountable enough for what is done. Like, we're not outraged as a people enough. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a couple sprinkles of whites here that are angry about injustices that happen, and Asians, you know what I mean? Asians typically they don't like it at all, pretty much, like a lot of the times. But for us to coexist in accountability is like the thing that needs to happen, because that's when change will happen. Like, you know what I mean? If we find a common ground, like, this isn't cool, because not because he's black, not because he's white, but because he's a human being and he matters and he's on this earth. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody is subject to their own purpose. Like, so, like, if this man whom you put your knee on his neck, who has a kid, who now is fatherless, you know what I mean? So what trauma comes after her? Like, knowing her dad went viral, seeing that her whole life, because she's gonna have to live with that. That's not your dad dying of something and it goes away. This is your dad dying virally. This is a march that happened. This is all this happening in the coronavirus. Like, you know what I mean? We're in a very historic time. We live in a legendary time. Like, we're going to be able to be like, yo, Dad, Grandpa. Yeah. I was in that coronavirus. It was crazy. And the riot happened, you know what I mean? Like, we're the new Rodney King. This is beyond Rodney King. Coronavirus leading into a riot? That's... It got to be a good name for that.
Right. Nobody, like, you know what I mean?
Like, safety. Nothing. Crazy, no safety. Like, we were just at moments when masks on, separated from each other. You know what I mean? Segregated because of the virus. Now, injustice happens in the world, just kind of combines and just kind of wreaks havoc out of anger and passion and love they have for, you know what I mean, cultures and individuals, man. So it's just accountability, bro. Like, all in all, like, everybody holding everybody accountable for what's being done. Like, that's the only way things will change.
Slick, they said about it. Dang, that's big. He low key said it, but nah, that's definitely a big fact though. But I don't know, man. It's kind of hard for me to react to it in the way that everybody's reacting to it, because it's like you said, it's happening every day. Like, so it's like, you know, cops been killing people. Shit. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I don't have that same outburst about it. To me, it's more likely like, well, shoot, I got to figure out a way to keep my family safe, to keep myself safe, number one, because, you know, I am a father. Shoot, I got to make sure, you know, my household is... It's just, I can't really say what would help the world, or even just like even communities, because no matter what, we're not safe. You know, so I can't give you like a, you know, a direct answer like that, you know, like, and what PJ just said, like, to me that was like strong enough. But like I said, just in my perspective though, it's just like, You know, we at war every day. You know, like it's either you
You're at war within yourself, or you're
yeah,
at war with the world.
right. You know, and then like just dealing with cops is different. You know, like you gotta make sure you be more respectful because it's like at the end of the day they got a gun on you. You know, easy, like easy. They can take it out real quick. So. You know, and it's like it's not always all on the cops too. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some actually, respect people
Do their job.
that actually do their actual job instead of be on some like, crazy treacherous stuff and not give a damn. Like now, there's actually cops that actually want to do their job. So it's like you can't really take it out on all of them. So,
Hard.
Yeah, I think one thing that we also need to look at. So, we get police reform, more accountability, all that good stuff. And I think, though, coming out of it, we also need to hold ourselves accountable for the way that we are treating ourselves, mentally, physically, economically. You know what I mean? Like, my big thing that I've been talking about with some of the people, because I'm going to be a part of a protest here in Ventura, and I told them, I was like, listen,
that's
the
it.
moment the looting
That's what
happens,
happened.
I'm
That's what
fucking out.
happened. Not one
Like,
protest.
Right.
I can't be part of that one. I'm sorry.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I got a son I got to go home to. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't me. You know what I mean? But now you wanna loot? How about we do this? After all this is done, you still gonna buy some Jordans?
Facts.
You still gonna buy Timberland? You still gonna buy? You still gonna slave away to buy
play
yourself some
Fortnite enough. You can't loot on
Chanel
there,
bag
goddamn.
or Louis Vuitton? for real though, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, how about we all get together and we get some lists down of some black owned, some Filipino owned, some Mexican owned, Vietnamese owned meat markets and grocery stores and clothing brands, and we buy from them. And how about we start encouraging our children to be police officers? How about we encourage them to join the police force, because we need people like you inside of our community, not some homeboy who moved down here from Westlake or some. Why? And that's always been my thing. Is like,
you know what I mean? Of this. Exactly.
It's like we need people in our community who look like us, who know about these streets, who know about Miss Betty down the way, or who knows about, who knows about homeboy who lives in this house who's autistic, who he
just
won't
understands,
listen.
bro. At the end, who just understands. Like, you know what I mean?
The understanding.
Like, understanding is such a key factor in all this. Like, if the cop understood, like, everything that's been happening with the culture, if they were just in touch, like, you know what I mean? I can never make you feel the pain that was caused to me, or, you know what I mean, or what's happened to my culture, but you trying to find understanding is the first step to everybody being free, you know what I mean, and everybody coming closer to a interracial world, you know what I mean, because that's what it's becoming. Like, and when police brutalities and all these happens, I feel like that's their frustration because they know that. Oh, I see this white guy
the bar
with this black guy now. I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like that, and that's what it can be. And it's just you trying to flex a power that you already have that you don't need to flex. You're a man, bro. Your job is to protect us. We pull over our cars. We let you have the power over us. Your job fit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we give you that power. We have the badge on. We respect that you're supposed to protect us. And once we lose that, then shit like this is. We're going to burn down your precincts. And do I think it's justified? And do I think it's right? No, but I understand. And a lot of times is like even with you having your son, like a lot of stuff he's going to do that you're not going to agree with, but some stuff you're going to kind of like, son, like have that talk with him because you understand. Like I was a boy, I was your age, like I understand, like you know what I mean, like, and there's certain things that you have to teach him as a man that his mom's not gonna be able to teach, and it's because you understand him and when he's walking into his manhood and how he's gonna have to be.
Right.
Damn, man. Yeah, this is I think this is one of the most peculiar times that we're living in because, like you guys even said earlier, like we step out of, it's like we saw the sunshine for the first time in a few months, from lockdown, and next thing you know, the first thing I hear is people are dying in the street. Like,
and
oh shit!
Now
like,
the
okay.
corona over. You know what I mean, trying to be over. Now we get curfew. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, corona gave you curfew last time. Now it's the U.S.
Right.
We're going to curfew now. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, and I just think that and this is because I want to be optimistic about it, and my hope is COVID threw us in lockdown because we complied. We said, you know what? Okay, we need to protect each other. Let's just stay home. Fuck it. I'll lose my business. I'll lose my job. Fuck it. Because I'm protecting my neighbor. And so with this, I'm hoping we can say, all right, I'm a do my part, whether it's staying at home and just staying out of the way of the protest, or getting out there and protesting, doing the delegation, whatever your role is in this. As long as we play it well and play it smartly, we can get through this too. That's my hope. And that everybody just plays their role smartly, safely, and don't be doing no dumb shit. You know what I mean? Because there's clearly some dumb shit going on out there.
A lot of dumb shit happens when you're enraged. Like, and especially when it comes to feeling something happening and it feeling like close to home to you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of, even with Kobe dying, like, we didn't know Kobe personally, but Kobe was so close to your heart, you felt like, you know what I mean? You lost a family member. Right. Like, and I think that's what happened with situations like this. Like, what is somebody going to tell me, or what is somebody going to tell Slick, or what is somebody going to tell you happens and God forbid your son pass away? Like, who's going to be able to control your rage?
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the position we're in. It may not be right for you to go smash and throw a guitar and beat somebody ass. And I'm like, well, corpse lost it. Like, that's understandable why. You know what I mean? Like, I could never imagine that. And that's the times we live in now. It's just like, I'm enraged. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm tired of this. It's happened too many times. There's too many quotes around somebody dying. Trayvon Martin has a quote. You know what I mean? Now, Floyd has a quote. Like, all these other people that have passed away, rest in peace to their souls. And these great people, they have quotes because of their deaths and because of their life. I can't breathe. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're choking me. Like, that shouldn't be a shirt. That shouldn't be, you know what I mean? Like, at all. People are wearing a shirt of a person's last breath. Like, yeah. That's a life that was taken, and it's live. You see that.
Right.
It's not like it just happened. Oh, he didn't. You see it on camera. You see his life being taken from him in just manner. It's not an accident, and it's you know what I mean? It's intentional, and it's very disturbing. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I really don't like it personally because it's like, if that was their last words, like, why would you want to even remember them saying that though? You know, like, that's not some real last words. You know what I'm saying? Like, you always,
that's not messing your conscience up. Like,
it suck too, like, for the individual, like, spouse or, you know, kids, all that, like, because it's like that's how they gonna remember, like, his last breath now, like, not the fact that he said, oh, he loved you that day or some, you know, something like that, or, you know, just some like positive stuff, but it's literally like negative.
Like I can't breathe. Like that's my last.
Yeah.
Could have been the greatest father in history. Like, you know what I mean? We don't know that. We don't know that. Like, I mean, the most,
Yeah.
and we just lost him because of that. Like,
Yeah, my thing is like he
ever.
could have been the most normal man. He could have been the most normal dude. He could have been the just
guy you see,
average
say hi to,
average Joe,
positive
just going to the store.
day, like,
And because of
ego.
one man's lapse of judgment, his ego, his and everybody around him also in that police force who was there. You know what I mean? Like you guys had a lapse of human judgment, and now these words are being remembered. And his death isn't who he is. It's what he became. This is what he now has became. And like you were saying before, like he has children who now will have a certain trauma inside of them, a certain monster inside of them that was bred because of your lack of judgment, because of your lack of expertise of your profession. Right. Now they will have something inside of them inherently for you and people like you and people who dress, walk, and talk like you, who work like you, and this vicious cycle is just going to keep fucking going. Right. Like, you know what I mean?
For sure.
And that's why I was saying, like, we got to encourage, even though this is happening, we need to encourage our children, like, hey, you want to be a cop? Hey, fuck yeah, that's an amazing profession. You can do good in our community. Right.
Bring
you know what I mean?
Positive energy and whatnot, uplifting and whatnot, like respectable. So
encourage them, show them that, you know what I mean, like that all are not bad. You could be that change, like you can be that.
Right.
You could be that innovator, change. Like, you know what I mean, and you know what I mean. It just gives a foothold for change when things like that happen, like because everybody's coming in with cultural perspective instead of one-sided perspective. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and a lot of these cultures are built on unity anyway. Hispanic culture, like the Indian culture, and you know what I mean, like built on family-oriented things, and that's what's needed, especially in the police force. Like family-oriented things, do what is right. You're going to hit your child when you're supposed to hit them. You're going to tell them to go to sleep. You're going to tell them to do things, and you know what I mean, like in disciplinary action, and that's what the law is. You're just doing things in disciplinary actions, but it still has to be just. You can't just hit your kid and they was just playing the game. They wasn't doing nothing.
Right.
You just hit them like they just looking at you like this nigga tripping. Like, damn, tripping right now. Like, I got straight A's and mad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it has to be justifiable disciplinary actions.
Wow, for sure. And then like I feel like too, even for as people, like we can't always just be on the like. Of course, we're gonna be like on our defense, especially we get pulled over. It's like why we get pulled over, you know what I'm saying? But not. I don't feel people should really act like rational though. You know what I'm saying? They should be like overreacting. Like they need to be calm about the whole situation. Like okay, like officer, you pulled me over. Okay, like what's the reason? For you like pulling me over and whatnot. Like really
don't have those friends that
always want to yell.
Fuck you, pull me over.
Yeah, and like relax. So it goes both. It definitely goes both ways. Like,
but you're in a position of power, always have the more
authority,
accountable of responsibility of your platform. Like
that's
like you'll be punished way more for the wrong you do than your son will. Like, and that's because the position of power you're both in. Same with the law. Like this should be that same thing. You have more of a responsibility, and you have more of a disciplinary punishment if you do wrong because you know right from wrong already.
Right.
Like you read it in the handbook. It tells you this all. You know what I mean? Like the codes 342. All these codes, but you still like don't know what these codes are in telling you to do. And you're not taking them in. Like, I mean, you're not taking those laws that you say you're supposed to live by, freedom and all this. You're not internalizing them. Like, you're taking what you want from each one and you're putting it into your perspective that this is how I'm going to do it. I'm in a position of power. I probably was at school. It wasn't popular.
Right, that's right.
People always make fun of me. I finally have the power now, and I'm gonna do what I want with it.
Right, I can bully people now and all that crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think I think as far as like what's actually happening during these stops and stuff, I feel like there is and I mean we all do it at work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's the checklist of the procedures that you're supposed to do at work, and we're like, you know what? I'll skip 3 and 4, and I'll just go to 5 and 6, and I'll do 7 later. You know. But in a profession like public service, police officers, firefighters, EMTs, you got to walk it through. You got to walk through every process. You got to walk through it the whole way through, dude. Because if you don't, you find yourselves in situations like this. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna just bring the water tank. Like, nigga, what the hole is that?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, you know, or EMT, it's like, hey, bro, I got a broken arm. Don't throw the defibrillator on me. Like, you know what I mean? My arm is just jacked, bro. Like, come on, help me out here. I got a cold, bro. Like, chill.
They're for a reason.
Man, for real.
I mean, buy for, I mean, whatever you feel. But then situations like this pop up and it just becomes national little terror for everybody. Because now black people are angry because the trauma they felt from them dying, and they're taking out of all of the other stuff. You know, businesses, black businesses, Asian, like, you know what I mean? It's just a cycle of like hate being transferred because of the original hate of what caused the rage to happen.
Yeah, like, you know, and what sucks too the most is people are, you know, you have this back and forth of all lives matter, blue lives matter, black lives matter, or, oh, don't be looting, I'm going to call the cops on you guys. And it's like, whoa.
Yeah,
I don't support the looting, but I ain't finna call the cops. Like, these guys have the right to mourn. Like you were saying, Projecc, like, they have the right to mourn any way that they want. Because they're affected by this much different than you are. You know what I mean? And just, you know, and we don't know how many people who are looting stores or rioting. We don't know how many brothers and sisters they've lost to cops.
Will be happening.
True.
All lives matter is only a defense and a cover up when a Black Lives Matter thing comes up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all existence matters, period. When somebody wakes up in the morning, they should know they're important. Self-love, think somebody else like you love yourself. That's self-love. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what all lives matter is. You can't claim all lives are not in a complacent, safe, and loved by everybody else. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and comfortable with it. Like, when you walk down, if love is love doesn't see anything but a person or a soul. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if we look past our shells and the skin, like, all you see is a person. Like, Beast when I see him, Corpse when I see you, when I see Fudd, I just see a person. I don't see that cultural backgrounds that you have. I respect them being first. You're a human being first. I respect your history because you know it and because you wear it on your shoulders. You know what I mean? And as you should, because of, you know what I mean, the things that happen within your culture as well that are very unjust. Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah, my thing for all lives matter. I saw a good one tonight where somebody's like, they said that's like a house burning down and a firefighter spraying down all the houses with water instead of the one on fire because all houses matter. It's like, oh, that's pretty clever. I mean,
I gotta find that guy.
I seen that on Facebook. I think
Oh, dang. Yeah.
Nate O'Brien. I think he posted that. But
Mhm.
my thing is this: is okay. All lives matter.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right.
Then let me hear you say
Yeah.
a Black life matters. Because if all lives matter,
Exactly.
then they're a part of that. They're a part of that group, right? Okay, cool. Well, tell me a Black life matter then. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't say that I can't still stand up for
At all.
Asian people.
At
Doesn't mean
all.
I can't stand up
We're
for
just
my
in a
own
time.
people.
We're in a
But
time, and it's all about
let's take a
support.
second.
And if
Yeah.
injustice is happening if this was an Asian happen, it would be Asian Lives Matter because this is what happened. This is what's happening to an Asian right now.
Yeah. Very
Like
close.
as a person and a human
Mm-hmm.
being first, my people, the people on earth with, because the most important thing is existing.
Mm.
Your existence is more important than any all lives matter, Black Lives Matter thing. Your existence.
Mm.
And that's the thing that we need to understand is you existing
Mm-hmm.
is important, period. You're here.
Right. You're on the
Like
earth
you
for a
see,
reason.
you can breathe, you can move, you have limbs. Sometimes you just need to look at your hands. Sometimes like, damn, bro, I live. Sometimes you need to look at the trees and be like, this is crazy. I exist.
Right. Like
Like,
I
I
see
mean,
this.
you need to take those moments and think about that, and then look
Yeah.
at somebody else's life like that too. They exist too. They have that same feeling. They have the same movements you do, and you know what I mean. Like, understand like their perspective on things and what pain does to people. Like, if you truly understand the damage of pain, you wouldn't want to bring that on nobody else.
Man, that's deep.
Exactly.
That's deep, man.
Yeah, I'm down you, man. Well, listen, guys.
Yeah.
Listen, man. We've been doing this shindig for an hour, and I thought it was
Yeah,
literally
we
20
doing.
minutes that we've been on this thing, but
Oh
damn,
yeah,
Yeah.
facts. Man.
we
You already
definitely got to
know.
do this again. Uh, so real quick, I give everybody a chance to drop a little gem on everybody. So if you guys can, if you guys want, drop your Instagrams, Twitters, whatever. But Slick Project, give the smoking section your guys' gems for the
Pretty
night.
much for me, like, oh my bad. Anyway, you can catch your boy at North Slick. That's my IG, whatnot. And then Facebook is Elijah Slick Marshall. But the gym for me is just have that support and love for each other. Like we need it. Individuals like need it just to push forward in life, and like it's not a bad thing to actually support people. Like it's not bad at all. It's a big deal, and actually uplifts or whatnot, and help them to push forward in life. So that's what I just learned in my lifetime. So that's my deal.
Mine's first and foremost, all platforms, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook is Preston Project, PrestonProjecc. Follow any platform. But my gym would be, man, whatever you're doing, just go full fledged in it. Like, you know what I mean? Like the lane is wide open for everybody to like technology has given you the no excuse. Like you can be a podcast, write music, you can dance, you
Mm-hmm.
can make video, you can do so much. Like technology has given you the ability to reach and to have friends that you may not even seen. Like you more so see on, you know what I mean, social media. So like just go for whatever you want, man. The lane's wide open for everybody. Like Slick said, support yourself, support your dreams. You know what I mean? It's a time sometimes we get so selfless we forget about ourselves, and we can't do that. Like sometimes you got to take those moments and work on yourself, man. Like and push yourself. Like Corp's doing his little podcast now that's going to turn into something major to be so. You feel me? Like just promote that. You know what I mean? After this, send me your information so we can run that, see how we can support that. You on the Beast Camp, so you know what I mean? hold them accountable too. You got a podcast. You got Beast. He got his own wave. You know what I mean? Help him. So, you know what I mean? You got all these resources, Corpse. Use it, baby. Come on, man. Hey, man, you in a good position. You don't even know it.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, I mean, I just try to live in the moment. You know what I mean? But hey, dude, listen, man. Thank you guys, really, from the bottom of my heart, bro. This is probably going to go down as probably one of the most insightful episodes I've done so far, man. And I just really, really appreciate it, yo, because I'm gonna listen back to this shit. I'm gonna take notes and probably be hanging some of this stuff up in my room somewhere just to kind of keep living by. You know what I mean?
This was a great conversation.
Yeah, this is big. This is dope.
Yeah, I was mad hype. Yo, at 10:30, like you. Yeah, you ready or what?
I know. I was like, man, I can't wait to fucking clock off so I can do this already. I've been wanting to do this. Yeah. So thank you guys very much, man. Hey, Slick, I'll be hitting you up too, man. Hopefully get you on your own episode and chop it up with you some more too, man.
Love, brother.
Again, guys, thank you so much, man.
Tomorrow, so I give you for info or hit for it, and you know what I mean, figure it out. I'm gonna hop on that. So
that's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'll tap in with Fudd too.
You having an off little thing like, okay, I need somebody hit us up, man. We'll set you proper.
For sure.
For sure, man. Thank you guys, bro. I'll be hollering at you guys. All right. All right, later, man.